I'm Channon Rose, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a kind of story time, I guess, on some creepy things that have been happening in my daughter's room. I had to turn the camera on and film this really quick because Travis just told me that he found something disturbing in Snow's room and he wants to show me, so I said okay. Yeah, honey. So I'm gonna film it and he's gonna show me what he found. I had to film it because I have to do this whole story time on this now because this is just getting crazy. I have to kind of give you guys a backstory on everything so it all kind of makes sense. We'll just start out with when we first bought this house. We knew that someone had passed in it. Actually, the realtor told us that one person passed. We found out both people, like husband and wife, both passed away here. When I first came here, I didn't have any bad feelings. I'm a pretty sensitive person with that kind of stuff. Sometimes I feel sick if like something bad has happened somewhere. I'm not like a psychic or anything like that. I just like get feelings. When we were looking for houses, I got a lot of feelings. I felt really sick in certain places. But this place, even though people had passed here, I didn't have any bad feelings. I felt totally fine, actually. I really loved the house, so we ended up buying it. Welcome to my empty house tour! I'm so excited for this video. Shortly after we moved in, Travis and I started feeling sick. So much so to where every time we came into the house, we felt so sick that we couldn't even stay in the house. So we ended up having to leave and go stay at my mom's house. And we didn't know what was making us sick. We just knew it was something in the house. And this didn't happen right away. I should also preface that like when we moved into our house, we didn't just like move all our stuff and start spending the night there every night. We slowly but surely were moving into the house, and we were staying with my mom who lives very close by. And we would just like sleep at her house sometimes, and then most of the time we were actually sleeping at her house. And then we would come to our house and, you know, put stuff away little by little. So we were like slowly moving into the house. We hadn't moved completely in yet. It wasn't until we started slowly staying here more often that we noticed we weren't feeling as well. We didn't know what was going on. At first we thought maybe we had like some sort of a gas leak. So we called in the fire department and had them come check to make sure there was no gas leaks. They said everything looked fine. We ended up having an EMF person come in with machines to, I don't know, like radio frequencies and stuff to see if there was maybe like a 5G tower or like dirty electricity or something that was causing us to not feel well.
I don't know what they have on their side.
Well, you've got 18,000 microwatts here. That's not safe.
They were like, no, everything looks fine. The worst thing in your house is your cell phones. So I was like, okay, that was kind of a dead end. And then we actually had my Reiki person come in. I don't do Reiki all the time, but I did for, you know, a little while. And I had told him about it, and he was like, I can come and clear out anything that could be in there that's making you unwell. I was like, okay. And I posted a lot of this on my social media, and people were like, you're a fucking nutcase. And I was like, hi, yes, I'm Channon. Like, clearly you didn't know me because yes, I'm crazy. We all know this. But he came over, he put like huge ass crystals in the corner of every room in our house. I'm gonna put these crystals in different parts of our house.
Yes. So in each room,
burned some sort of like, I don't know, hippie stuff. And then played this music. It looked crazy, but like at this point I didn't care. I just bought this house. I couldn't stay in my own house, which is like the worst feeling ever. I didn't know what was like making us sick, and so I just was like literally at the point where I was willing to try anything. So I did that, and then even after that we still did not feel well. I do know though that when the Reiki guy came in, he said that there were spirits in the house and that he had them go up to heaven or something along those lines. And I was like, okay, well thank you for doing that. But the fact that like he said that there were people here, like trapped here, it's a little disturbing, but again, I felt better that he had, you know, helped them go wherever they needed to be. So I don't know what that was. At the end of all of this, we thought that what was causing us to feel sick was that we had shutters installed that I guess maybe were off-gassing, and that was causing us to be sick. We also got a lot of new furniture, again off-gassing. although it was summertime and we had the windows open all the time and fans on, I still really don't know to this day what caused us to be sick when we first moved in. But we just made sure to clean everything really well, ventilate everything really well. We had the Reiki people come in, like we did everything that we could, and eventually we were fine. Now I don't know if this was like spirits in the house that were like, you're not welcome here, we're gonna make you sick until you leave. And I think that they realized like these people aren't leaving, like we need to leave. I know that sounds so crazy, but honestly that's how I feel. I do have to say one thing. I got a comment once during this time that was like, every house that you live in is haunted, or like you feel spirits or something. I think you're just like nuts, you know, or making it up. And I was like, you know, for one, I'm not making it up. Like no one wants to live in a haunted house or like have spirits. Like I don't do that on purpose, you know. I think people that do experience it are just more sensitive than others. You know how like everyone's really different? I think people that are more sensitive to certain things feel things, and then some people don't feel anything at all. Hopefully that helps for people that are maybe like, you're nuts. We know, but this is really happening whether you believe it or not. After a while, everything was fine, and we eventually were able to like feel comfortable in the house. And I was like, thank God, because I was like this close to reselling our house. Like when we first moved in, I was like, yeah, no, we're selling this house. I don't care how much we love it. If we can't be here and it's making us sick. And I even went as far to like tell Travis to ask the neighbor if they weren't feeling well, which they definitely now know that I'm a fucking nutcase, like 100% certifiable. But I was really like getting ready to sell the house because I was like, this sucks. Like what is happening and going on? And it wasn't just me, it was also Travis that wasn't feeling well. So that happened from the very beginning, like when we first moved in. So I have to tell you guys that part of this whole story because it will make more sense later on in the video. But this house, the lights in the hallways all flicker. That's happened since we moved in. It's like kind of weird and creepy, but like not really. My dad is an electrician, and Travis is also really good with like all of that electrical stuff. I hope that this video is not like super blown out. If it is, I'm really sorry. The lighting just keeps changing in here, so if it gets like lighter and darker, I'm sorry. Travis was like, there's really nothing we can do. All the lights are new. Like, I don't know what's causing the flickering. Everyone notices it when they come in. And that's a little weird because it is like, you know, it's an older house, but it's like newly remodeled and like all the electrical, everything new. So like there's no reason for the lights to be flickering. And then another thing, when we first moved into this house, my mom had said, I'm gonna spend the night like 1 to 2 nights a week so that I can like spend time with Snow and hang out with you guys more. And like that was the whole point of us moving to LA, was to be closer to family. And even though my mom lives super close, it would be nice to have her like spend the night. This bed I'm sitting in is actually, or sitting on, is actually her bed in Snow's room, because Snow doesn't sleep in her crib yet. She sleeps in our pack and play still in our room because I'm still nursing her. So, you know, she wakes up in the middle of the night a couple times a night, and I put her in bed with me to nurse her and then put her back in her pack and play. So she's not in here. So my mom was like, this was like my mom's room, you know, like my mom even has bathroom and shower stuff like in the bathroom and shower. My mom has only spent the night here 2 times. Since we've been here for like months now. I think that is because my mom maybe feels something weird in this room. Doesn't want to spend the night here, but doesn't want to say anything to me because she doesn't want to scare me. Kind of like the same thing with Travis, which I'll tell you in a second what happened. I film videos in this room, and I also get ready in this room. I spend a lot of time in Snow's room. It has the best lighting during the daytime, so I'll take pictures in here for Instagram, you know, just stuff like that. And I was in here and I was in the bathroom and I was doing my makeup, and I heard Travis whisper my name, and I was like, yeah? I didn't hear anything. And I was like, Trav? And I didn't hear anything. So I like went out there and he wasn't there, and I was like, that's weird. So I went downstairs and I realized like Travis wasn't even in the house. Travis and Snow had gone on a walk. I don't know where that whisper came from, but that like really kind of freaked me out. Am I losing my mind? Like, am I hearing things? Like, what's going on? I ended up writing it off because that's what I do. The creepy things that are happening in this house, they're creepy. They're not scary. I feel like those are different things. If it was scary, I wouldn't feel safe being here, and I wouldn't want my daughter in this house, and most likely we would be selling it. My old house that I used to live in, that was like scary haunted. I would never have my daughter in that house, and I wouldn't feel comfortable being in it, which is why I ended up selling it. This house is a different feeling, completely different. It's creepy, not scary. So I think things are well, I know things are happening, and we'll find the creepiest thing or like weirdest thing that has happened recently actually happened with my husband, who literally like downplays everything. I could be like dying and he'll be like, babe, you're fine. for him to say something like creepy and weird happened, that's when I knew we're doing a fucking story time about this. So the whispering thing was kind of weird, and then I recently started getting that feeling that someone is in the room with me, or when I'm taking a shower that someone's like in the bathroom, and I'll always like move the curtain to see like if someone's in there with me because I feel a presence, but no one's ever there. That's when I feel like, you know, it's some sort of spirit or something. And so I don't know if I need to bring the Reiki guy back in, because he said that those people that were here like went to heaven. So I don't know if they maybe came back because they needed something from home, or maybe there's new spirits here. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on, but I know something is happening in our house. Again, it's nothing like scary or dangerous. I don't feel that, but it's creepy. Also, just little things here and there, like things being misplaced. Like I'll put something somewhere and then I will go to get it and it's not there anymore, and I'll ask Travis like, hey, did you move this? And he's like, no. So I think things are being moved around. For instance, I'll show you right now. This is my like toiletry bag that I travel with, and right now it's so weird. Like I literally will use this every day here just because I keep everything in it. It's like a mess right now, but like all my things are in here, and I always will keep my toothbrush and toothpaste in here, and I know that I put it in there because I do it every day. And I went to go grab this out a few days ago to brush my teeth, and you're probably like, Shannon, why don't you just keep it in the drawers? It's because we're actually using Snow's bathroom instead of our bathroom, because Snow's pack and play is in our bathroom and she takes her naps and goes to sleep in there. And so a lot of the times we will just use this bathroom so we don't wake her up going to get our stuff that we need out of there. And all of those drawers in there are filled with my mom's stuff, because my mom, this was like, you know, my mom's bathroom, her room. Anyway, went to go grab my toothbrush and my toothpaste out of this thing, which I know Travis would never like go into this, you know what I mean? Like there's no reason. He doesn't use my toothbrush. He thinks that's disgusting to use someone else's toothbrush. And he definitely will not use my toothpaste because there's fluoride in it. And he's like a whole health nut. I asked him if he had used it and he said no, and I went to go get it and it wasn't there. And I was like, where the fuck is my toothbrush and my toothpaste? So things like that. And let me tell you where I found it. It was in my bathroom. I never use my toothbrush and my toothpaste in my bathroom. Like I always use it in here because Snow, whenever I'm brushing my teeth, Snow is always either on her nap or going to bed, like her bedtime. So that was really odd to me. So just things being like misplaced or moved that I know for a fact I didn't move, and I know my husband didn't. And then it wasn't until this specific thing happened and I actually pulled the camera out and I was like, we are definitely filming this because I'm gonna end up making a story time because too many creepy and weird things have happened. We're doing a story time about this. So my husband didn't want to tell me, but he put these little like, well, I'm just going to show you the footage because we explained it in there. So what exactly is it that you want to show me in her room?
If you remember, I bought the thing to help out with like the electrical power to like get rid of bad like powered line stuff.
Okay.
And it basically takes out some of like this like what's called dirty electricity. So all of them, all throughout the house, everything is exactly the same. You plug it in and you hear it makes like a like sound. They all sounded the same except for in here. I think I was by myself, pretty sure I was by myself when I did it. I'm like, what the F is going on? I was like tripping out, and then I realized, I'm like, okay, I don't know if that's, I don't think this is normal at all. And so I didn't say anything to you about it because I didn't want you to get worried or be like freaked out about it or whatever, but like I have to tell you because you're my wife, you know.
Okay, so what are you gonna show me then?
Well, I'm gonna show you something going on with this electrical plug over here.
This one?
That one.
Okay. So this is basically what you plug into.
This is what I plugged in.
Can you just keep your eye on her?
I bought, you know, like, you know, I don't know, a dozen of these or something.
Okay.
To put throughout the house, and it's supposed to help lower the bad electricity, the dirty electricity, things like that shouldn't be in the walls.
Okay.
As far as like electrical power stuff. So it helps, each of these things help fix that problem. And so it all helps with everything, but when you plug it in, I have a little tester, you can hear the noise that it's making, the electrical noise.
Okay.
They all sound the same except this one.
Okay, so are you gonna do it again and see if it happens again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it on maybe a different one to see, so you can hear what it like normally sounds like.
Okay.
And then we'll plug it into this one.
Okay, so let's do that then. This is crazy because I haven't been telling Travis like crazy things that I've been experiencing just because I don't want him to think that I'm crazier than I already am. But finally I told him something weird that was happening in here, and then that's when he was like, I gotta show you something. And I was like, oh my God, what? Is it scary? Because if so, I'm grabbing the camera.
This thing right here, it basically tells when you plug it in, it's not a radio, it's not anything like that.
It says EMI meter.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's testing this, like the bad electricity in the wall.
Okay. Oh, snow's gonna.
And you can hear it, and it shows like how bad it is, kind of thing. Okay,
So Travis wants us to take this little EMF detector thing into another room to see what it is supposed to sound like, and then we're gonna take it into Snow's room and see the difference. So it's like chills. Of all rooms, like my daughter's room, really, a baby. All right, here, give me that thing. I'll do it since you got your hands full. All right, so I'm gonna plug this in. Is that what it sounds like normally?
Yeah, that's how bad this electricity is in here. That's what's running through the walls, is that sound. So when we plug this in,
Okay.
watch that. It'll show you what this helps out with.
Whoa.
98% reduction.
That's crazy.
That's what's running in your walls.
Wow, so this is pretty impressive, these little things that we put. Okay, so let's go try it in Snow's room. So when you put all these in, you tested them, and then in Snow's room you said something different happened?
Yeah, they all sounded like that.
Can you grab
in
her
the
then?
room. Yeah, I'm gonna grab her.
Okay, so now we're in Snow's room. We're gonna do the same thing, plug this in. Wait, is the radio supposed to be coming through? Do you think it's funny?
What? This is not a radio. This is in the wall, in the line, like something coming through. Can you guys hear that? That's not right.
Okay, so that's crazy. A radio is literally coming through, and this is not a radio.
It's not a radio.
Not supposed to be happening. It's just creepy. That's not normal. So just another creepy thing happening in my daughter's room. So those were some of the creepy things that are happening in my daughter's room. I definitely will keep you updated if things get worse or if they get better. Have any of these things happened to you guys? Have any of you had experiences like this before? Let me know your thoughts on this, because I don't know what to do. I don't know what it is or like what's causing it. Deep down, like in my gut, I feel like it's just like spirits that are like messing with us, but I don't think they're bad spirits. So hopefully they stays like that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. A huge shout out and thank you to all my patrons, to everyone that's bought my book, my makeup, and that also watch and support and thumbs up my videos here and subscribe to me. I really appreciate it. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do what I love and spend as much time with my daughter as I do. So I just have to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate and love you guys. I also know that you guys can, I always say this, can watch like thousands of videos on YouTube, and the fact that you chose to watch mine makes me feel very special. So thank you. I'm sending you all my love and all my positive energy, and I hope to see you in my next video. Mwah!